This is SpongeDudes. I'm Babbage. We're here. We're going to talk about SpongeBob. We hope you like it. Strap in, strap on, strap off, whatever you want to do. Who am I here with today?
It's Clater Tot.
Tommy.
I'm a new guest.
Hey there. Hey guys.
We can't have two faceless, nameless people, so one of you guys are going to have to identify.
I am Nathan Holland.
Perfect. And where can we find you at on SoundCloud?
You can go look up my SoundCloud at CG. Just released a new song.
All right, you bet. Anyway, episode 14. We skipped one because we did one earlier, so you guys can get over it. It's SB-129 and Karate Choppers.
219, sir.
Oh my god. No, it's 129.
Oh, I was
Get shit on.
Damn,
Get shit
the
on.
confidence. I liked it there.
Wow, opening up the podcast being wrong. How's that feel, Tommy?
It
Put the
feels
mic in your
good.
face. Yeah, we're going to put you exclusively on the news saying it feels good.
Just run to the room and put it in his face because we live in a gamer house together.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, anyway, let's get going.
SB-129.
Welcome back as we're shredding our way through season 1 of SpongeBob SquarePants. Originally known as Sponge Boy or something like that. Who cares? Fun fact. There you get this. We are on the episode number 14, and it starts off with SB-129, which is just all about the future and the past and how it really affects us nowadays. It's a real commentary on, where we're at as a society and where we're going.
Society, am I right?
Hello, we live in a society, am I right?
There it is.
Get a load of this society.
Just call me Joaquin Phoenix and hand me the Oscar, boys.
Hey, Joaquin Phoenix, here's got an Oscar for you. There you go.
Oh, thanks, man. I've been working hard for this by playing a part that some other people have won an Oscar for before.
Uh-huh.
Did Jack Nicholson win one for it?
No.
That's fair.
So just one other person. But he's dead, so we can talk about him however much we want. He can't defend himself.
That is a factual statement. Oh my god.
It's like JFK. He's dead. Doesn't matter how they died. What's important is that they are no longer alive.
Some people don't think he's dead.
This is true.
Oh no. Oh no.
What do you fill us in, Tommy?
Nah, I'm just going to leave it there.
It's nice open-ended.
Open-ended to open the episode as we talk about SB-129. We open with a narrator telling us that it's the morning, which means it's time for your morning serenade from Squidward, which is him playing on his clarinet. And then he says, "Get your earplugs ready." So the narrator just fucks Squidward right off the bat.
The narrator futs confirmed.
But only Squidward.
Yeah, that's only Squidward.
I actually skipped over the fact that the title sequence is really fucking weird in this episode right off the bat as well. It's kind of like all floaty and CGI and 99 style. Like they made it in like 10 seconds and decided
The narrator says the name of the episode.
Yeah.
It's like a curse.
So then we get some goofs and gaffs of SpongeBob's air horn of a alarm clock going off and blowing Squidward's clarinet into his throat.
Took it like a champ, too.
A lot of throat gags in this season, I can tell.
Yeah, confirmed. Based on the fork and the clarinet, that Squidward is indeed a throat goat.
Throat goat, throat goblin,
Or
any way you want to put it.
It's then told to us because SpongeBob and Patrick want to go jellyfishing, but Squidward says, "Don't you have to go to work?" And it's confirmed that this is a Sunday, and the Krusty Krab is not open on Sunday like your local Chick-fil-A. Mr. Krabs is religious.
Praise be.
Mr. Krabs is religious, confirmed.
Does he
Wants
also?
to be at work on a Sunday.
Do you think he takes those days off to spend time with Pearl? Like the weekend he takes off?
Well, that's because you got good work ethics, Jack.
Do they have a church,
You pull
actually?
them bootstraps up.
No,
Do you think they believe in God?
if they had a church, then he would be open because that would be the Pentecostal money and Baptist money coming right in, Like no one wants to cook
Well,
after they've been at church all day.
Well, they wouldn't go there to be going to the pig deli.
Well, maybe Krabs is like a scammer in multiple aspects, and he makes people give him his money, give him their money on Sunday as well.
He's out scamming on Sunday in the Lord's name.
Kind of makes you think that maybe the Chum Bucket would be open on Sunday to like cover that ground that's missed. Like people go to the Krusty Krab like, oh, it's closed, because you still do that. Even
I
though,
guess I'll settle for Chum Bucket today.
Even though Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday, sometimes you still roll through that drive-thru because you don't realize. And then there you are, like a fool.
Wow, great lines today at Chick-fil-A. Better hop in.
Oh my God! What a break for me! And
There's
you
only
sit
8
there.
people there.
All of you are drunk. Your cars have been scraped and smashed because you hit everything on the way. You're like, I just want Chick-fil-A this morning to really recover. That's all you get. Nothing. You got to go to McDonald's. It's past 10:30. You have to get a McDouble and a McChicken. That's the best you can do.
Rip.
Rip for the McGangbang. Am I right?
Oh no!
That's when you No. That's when you combine the McChicken and the McDouble together. You order both of them, and then you take the patties off of each and put them all in one sandwich. That's called a
I don't
McGangbang.
I don't
change
like
what
that.
the
I
name
don't like
is.
that name.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I don't know what you want from me. You guys went to college? You don't know this? Come on.
I used to
My
eat
roommate
those.
used to get that, but I didn't know that's what it was called.
If you combine them,
Wait,
He would combine them. Yeah.
Okay, as you didn't clarify at first what he used to get.
he used to get McGangbanged, and it was every Sunday, and he never invited me, and I didn't know what it was called.
He didn't invite me. I didn't know what it was called.
I always called it my roommate's sex night, but I didn't know it was called a gangbang because there was more than 10 people involved.
Somehow
More
there's
than
a
10
chicken
men.
sandwich in there.
Just roll up the chicken sandwich and shove it in a butthole and call it a day. There's your McGangbang, bitch.
Good lord!
Bob related content.
Round of applause, everyone.
Round of applause.
Anyway, to outrun these annoying
Jamie,
people,
go ahead and pull that up for us.
outrun these annoying people, asking them to go jellyfishing. Squidward runs to the Krusty Krab since it's closed and locks himself in the freezer on accident, which then leaves him locked in the freezer for 2,000 years. Cut to
Wait a minute.
whatever
hold on.
year it is. What year did you say it was?
4077.
Years, which leads him to busting out and meeting a SpongeTron. For some reason, there are future versions, almost carbon copies of the past versions in 2,000 years. I don't know why that exists, but cartoons. The music, though, that starts playing when he steps out is just a futurized synth version of this, some of the themes. I really enjoyed that part of the episode. Thought that was a good touch. And then also, everything's made out of chrome in the future. We see a plant grow and then someone come up and spray it with chrome. So everything is at least painted chrome, which leads to the animation having to have reflections, like mirrors, which I thought was a really good touch as well. And they did a really good job with the animations. It wasn't shitty ass. It felt like they really put some time and effort into those.
Hey, welcome surprise for season 1, I will say.
It really felt like an early episode, almost like the second or third one that they made and then pushed it further back, right?
Yeah, it did.
I felt like the way the characters acted, and there's something about the way that they talk to each other that clues me in as to how early it is in the season to me, and it felt like this one was earlier I don't know
Yeah.
how to explain it, but it's just kind of something you feel as you watch it, as we have.
Yeah. Well, it feels like their relationships have developed in a small manner, and this feels very early season.
Yeah, it feels like it's just like a pure hatred.
Oh yeah.
So then we get the famous meme of Squidward sitting there and rocking back and forth and saying future.
Future.
He's trying to wrap his head. Sorry, no, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead and hit us with it.
Future.
He's trying to wrap his head around the fact he's 2,000 years in the future. Which he tells SpongeTron or SpongeBorg or whatever his fucking name is. Who cares? he has rockets for legs at some point where he just flies around. Anyway, he tells him
There's a million of me.
and SpongeTron is like, oh, I'm a clone. Also, there is a time machine, which Squidward gets in, and he's like, if SpongeBob is in the future, I gotta go to the past. It's just got one switch on it. You either go future or past. So he hops right into this hole in the wall and sends it to the past. It sends the entire hole in the wall to the past. Back to the some type of period in the dinosaur era. I guess maybe Cretaceous, probably before that, Preozoic.
It looks like he's in the Cambrian era, but then for some reason SpongeBob and Patrick are cavemen, but I guess it's prehistory. So
So I'd agree with you, the Cambrian or the Precambrian before everything died. But maybe they just were like, because those types of organisms kind of existed then. So maybe it was just like, let's just make them look like cavemen because they're like older versions of it. But they had like the sea snakes and the trilobites and stuff, like the big guys.
That is what it's known for. Trilobites.
And then there was some type of great dying actually during that time. So there's the actual fun fact for you. You should look up a bunch of YouTube videos about that and fall into that hole like I did about 3 months ago. And learn a lot about undersea life and how it just suddenly was just like, you know what? I'm tired of being undersea life. And then they all died off and became small. So, and grew bones and then climbed on the land and then became us. Then we get Caveman SpongeBob and Caveman Patrick, and they're doing their shtick and being irritating. And for some reason, Squidward can't wrap his head around the fact that they're cavemen. I don't know. It's really weird. Like, he doesn't understand he went to the past. Even though he's the one who flipped the switch. But we get the nice meme of Caveman SpongeBob, like, looking around and standing there not understanding anything. And then they freak out about a jellyfish. With the fact that SpongeBob and Patrick are, like, cavemen monkeys, does that mean SpongeBob is perpetuating Darwinism? Is this why my parents wouldn't let me watch it, because they believe in creationism?
It's because they're gay, dude. He didn't.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah.
You tell me Baby J's fathers are gay?
Oh! You weren't supposed to tell that until episode 22.
I ruined it. Do your parents listen to the podcast at all?
I told them I record one. I did not tell them the name or how to find it.
I told my parents we make this one, but I also told them how we refer to Sandy, and they decided not to listen.
Oh god, I would be embarrassed.
I wanted to go ahead and warn them. I'm like, hey, you're gonna hear some foul shit.
Yeah, I basically told them. I didn't tell them that I was saying the foul shit. I was just like, I can't be held responsible for what my friends say.
And then what I say back to them to their foul shit.
Exactly. So then Squidward like freaks out and runs back in the machine and throws it to the future and breaks the handle off. And then he falls into the in-between of like all realities where it's nothingness. Now, I looked on the internet and I couldn't find anything about like trivia, but there's a famous episode of Looney Tunes where Daffy Duck is in a cartoon and like someone is like drawing the backgrounds and like painting it.
Oh yeah, I think I remember watching that.
And there's a specific scene where he goes like into like empty whiteness and is like talking and like they like erase him and draw him as something new. And I feel like this is a reference to that, like acknowledging that is what that is. But I can't find anything about that. The episode's called Duck Amuck, and if HBO hasn't removed it because they hate everything, then I recommend watching it because it's an all-time classic. It's probably available on the internet somewhere, though. Anyway, Squidward is there in the emptiness, nothingness, and the word asparagus bounces across the screen. That's the one I caught. It bounces across the screen like 3 times. Do your guys' pee smell funny after you eat asparagus?
Of course.
I've heard that like sometimes people can't smell that.
Their noses don't work. That's just silly.
Well, it's like the cilantro thing, I think, or sometimes it tastes like soap. Like some people don't like cilantro.
Oh, this needs a Google, and Jamie pulled it up.
Jamie, pull that
I
up.
ate asparagus like 2-3 days ago, and I didn't smell like anything. But I guess my nose is broken. So
There you go.
Anecdotal.
because
Here we go.
I mean, I have smelt it before, and I'm like, it's a weird smell.
But did
That's
you have
just how I
COVID
didn't-
recently?
No, I had
Oh.
a sickness given to me by Nathan Holland. Myself, obviously.
Were you down with it?
Down with the sickness?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah.
Can you feel that? A small percentage of people cannot smell the odor in asparagus urine. The inability to smell odors is called anosmia, and those unable to smell asparagus metabolites in their own urine, as well as in others' urine, are said to be asparagus anosmic.
There you go.
Thank you.
Anyway, I thought that
how,
was
how
interesting.
how rare is that?
Well,
It said a few percent, so I guess
So very rare.
It's probably under 10, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure my nose is just broken.
You got a broken nose?
Oh my god, were you in a bar fight?
Yeah, no. I got hit by a bird. It flew out of nowhere and hit me in the face, dude.
Anyway.
Well, I got a couple laughs.
He's in the
You
nothingness.
got the drum hat.
Yeah. Do you like
Squidward's
this,
in the
Baby J?
nothingness. There's just like squares and words floating around. He said he's all alone. It freaks him out. He hops back in the machine and he basically, Wizard of Oz is that clicks his heels together, wishes to go home, and then suddenly he's home. And then SpongeBob and Patrick say, "Hey, do you want to go jellyfishing?" And he says, "No, who invented this anyway?" And then the joke is that he did because he showed the cavemen how to do it.
Yep.
That's the end of the episode.
no matter where we are, SpongeBob will be ruining Squid's day.
It's a constant in life, and as shown in this episode.
That's why I feel like it's an early episode too. Like the ending, like really feels like early. Like I don't know. There's I don't know. There's not really an ending. There's no conclusion. It just ends, and he just has to live with it.
In a way, he's made his life a little bit worse because they, I don't know, appreciate what he's done.
I would have. It would have been more interesting if it was a 30-minute long episode where he didn't invent jellyfishing, and it was like a butterfly effect. And SpongeBob and Patrick were like tall, like normal looking, like they looked like Squidward, but just like their same body. And because jellyfish was invented, they didn't like maintain their childlike charm, and they became adults.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
We should make that episode.
They should have brought me into the writers' room back in '99. I would have had that for
You would have had that
sure.
idea then.
Yeah.
How old
so
were you in
that-
99?
Yeah. That's what it says on IMDb.
I said, how old were you in 99?
Oh, how old was I? I was 5.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, depending on exactly when this came out, but I
So
think
yeah,
feel
you
the same
definitely would
way-
have had it.
About the episode back then, or
I
Yeah, absolutely would
just
have.
told you. Original air date actually is from December 31st, so this was a New Year's episode. That's freaky. Then the
Trucking
time
New
travel
Year.
thing. Oh my god, I would have pooped myself because that was Y2K. So
Well, we went to the future, so we're fine.
I actually remember being awake for Y2K. Like
I don't remember
remember-
being alive.
my mom got
At
like
that
a
age.
T-shirt from Walmart that had like this little like Y2K bug creature design on it, and it came with a little like stuffed animal with like arms that you could pose. And I remember she gave that to me, and then the shirt was kind of weird, and I think I got it later like as a sleep shirt. But I remember like staying up that night because my parents weren't like worried, but they just wanted to see what would happen, I guess.
I'm not worried. I just want to make sure.
I wouldn't say
would've been
that.
worried.
I don't know. It's just like a New Year's thing, and I stay up. I mean, maybe I'm reading into it more so than what actually happened.
That's
I
like
would've been worried.
2012, dude. Me and Sam were in the same way, Clayton. I'm not worried. I just want to know.
That's exactly how I was. I'm not worried. I just want to make sure everybody else is okay.
Just think about
How
those commercials like on the History Channel where it's like some professor and he's like, the world is going to end in 2012. And I'm just like,
My mind's blown.
I have to believe it.
They
He's
paid
wearing
this
a
man
suit.
money to tell me so.
He's on the History Channel.
He's on the History Channel. He's wearing a suit.
gotta
He's
be
moving his hands while he talks. Listen, guys, trust me.
It's gonna fucking end, dude.
we're
Like,
all gonna fucking
A
die.
narrator's gonna narrate over me because
you-
this is the part where I'm having some subtle racism.
The music is going to change. The screen's going to go black and white. Negative.
And they have like an actual professional where they like edit his like interviews. Like, no, it's not going to end. And the world is going, and then like obvious cuts. Like the world is going to end.
It's like after the credits, though. He's like, no, the world's not going to end. And then it's just like he grabs the mic. The world's going to end, guys. You got to get in a bunker. You got to get real safe.
Make sure to buy up all the guns you can.
Wait, that's what they told me last year.
You just always need to buy up all the guns.
Okay,
Trust me.
always buy ammo. Gotcha.
and
Ammo and
constantly overstock on other supplies.
Buy this 50-gallon jug of corn.
I have 2 of them, so I think I'm good for now.
You're set then, yeah, for sure. Anyway, SB-129, that's the episode. Let's get on the karate choppers, and we'll be right back. This goes out to Ernie's dad. Episode 14B is called Karate Choppers. I want to apologize in advance because there are story beats in this episode, but there's not really a story. This is 100% just a bit episode for me. So my recap is going to be incredibly short, and I fully expect all of you guys to add any type of detail that you want to add. Alrighty.
Details.
So SpongeBob and Sandy like doing karate. We get a 5-minute opening scene of them doing karate on each other. I can't. Kick me out. I can't even say it right.
Wow. Just wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm back.
Boo track.
Oh,
Do a boo
man,
track.
You got us.
I actually don't have a boo track. I guess
Oh.
Riverside's all about positivity.
Riverside's not one of us. Then we like to really put each other down.
If I had the boo track, it would be going
I
after
think we should
everything
do
I
like
said.
aww, like that.
I was looking for that one too.
Yeah. We'll add that in post. Don't worry.
Do it. Woo, 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 like that.
So they're doing
I
karate on
wish.
each other to no end, which leads to SpongeBob being at work and doing karate and imagining that people, like patrons, are Sandy in like disguise.
Yeah.
A little bit before that, though, like SpongeBob like rolls up Sandy into a bowling ball kind of thing and like rolls her out of his house, which literally an episode that we watched ago, not an episode ago because it was the Halloween one. So we skipped one. Is him being like too weak to lift a glass off of his hand? So like, I guess the art form of karate is like the great equalizer, like of like their strength.
That's what they call it, dude. The great equalizer.
Yeah, it's
Karate.
his character arc.
Yep.
Now he can do things with karate.
Interesting. Anyway, Mr. Krabs is irritated because SpongeBob is like not doing his work correctly because he's karateing all over the place, and he tells him that he can't do karate anymore. And then SpongeBob like leaves work, and Sandy like jumps him and is doing karate. And Mr. Krabs tries to keep him from doing karate outside of work, And during the episode, I asked, like, what was that subreddit? And it's called Anti-Work. And I was like, SpongeBob should join that because this guy's trying to control his life outside of work. That just ain't right.
I think somewhere in SpongeBob's contract, I believe Mr. Krabs legally owns him.
I think you're correct as well. Jackson, we can see your screen, so do not look at any pornography.
Dang it, I had a funny thing up, but I messed it up. But continue.
All right, I just wanted to make sure that you knew, like, we could see it.
All right, let me look up Big Booba.
Just Booba. Search Booba. Trust me.
Booba.
Anyway, honestly, that's the episode.
You're missing a big part of this episode.
What is it?
The entire episode is just a really long session of foreplay for Sandy and SpongeBob. Truly.
How so?
What do you mean? They're just getting ready. This is
Ready
just
for
them
what?
getting ready. Sex.
Oh, they're like edging
What's
the whole
that?
time?
They're edging the entire time. This is all leading up to them just doing it.
Interesting.
Hate to see that.
Excuse me, sir. Get out of here.
Wow.
SpongeBob is either a child or a 45-year-old man.
15 or all the way, yeah.
Yeah, he is no between. But yeah, no, the episode is. You're right. It is just a series of bits, and I mean, I laugh a lot, but yeah, it's not much really going on in the way of narrative,
Yeah, I can't
Coming
describe
off the
it.
heels of the first part of the episode, yeah.
which was a bit much of narrative.
No, the first
Focus.
part was like really existential and like was like, holy shit.
I
Even as a
liked it,
kid,
yeah.
you were like, holy shit on SB-129.
Yeah,
Like, this
I never liked
episode
when
is like-
Squidward was in the nowhere.
Yeah. I will say, like, you guys quoted the second episode a lot. Like, no one knew this episode.
Yeah,
Like, you had it.
yeah. Mino and Jack do the. You think Mr. Krabs has ever done karate? All the time, almost as much as put me in the brig. I don't mind.
It's just, I don't remember this episode at all.
need 10. We need 10 burgers because we're really hungry.
I don't remember this episode at all. Like, watching it, I know, like, the concept of it, but, like, the specifics, I've completely forgotten.
If I had
So-
to be honest, the one I feel like I catch the most in my childhood is probably this episode, like on TV. I knew this one the best, probably.
One thing that has
It's really
to be,
interesting.
sorry,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say one thing that has to be acknowledged is Mr. Krabs' terrible fucking dad joke. Make me some money, spatula.
Yeah, they say karate, and then it leads into him, like, telling him to do that. We booed
I
as a group.
feel like I've
Ooh.
had like authority figures make that exact joke to me, and they'd never made
Yeah,
me
and,
want to do
like-
the thing.
Yeah,
Maybe
in,
we'll
like
do
some
the
other
thing less.
form, like you make a joke and like it ends a certain way, and they're like, "Oh, I got them here," and then they just fuck you with whatever you just said, and you're like, "That wasn't funny in any way, but I guess like
Now I'm lame too.
you got me."
Ah, fuck.
You got me.
Money.
So basically, SpongeBob and Sandy go to the park. Sandy like begs for SpongeBob's jobs back because he gets fired because Sandy's doing a bunch of karate on him because Mr. Krabs can't differentiate between someone doing karate and getting karate done to him, which means that he doesn't watch any pornography. He can't differentiate between having a blowjob done to you and giving one. You know, one of them is gay and one of them is not. If you're a guy, so
Neither
it's
is
not gay to get a blowjob, no matter who it's from. That's the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Interesting.
wait, that is the point of
That's
it?
the point. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
point of this episode, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought the point of this episode was to make me some more money.
Money, hey!
Money, yay. And truly,
We're trying to get monetized, hey!
hey, monetize.
Wow, it's-
What is the resolution of this episode?
Do karate, fuck
it's
your
okay
boss.
to do. It's okay to do your passion if it makes
As long as it makes
other
your boss
people
money.
There we go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, so,
Because
wait, we gotta... There is a little bit of a plot. They get to the park, they're cutting up sandwiches, and they fall into the trap of doing karate on the sandwiches, Mr. Krabs walks up and he sees him doing karate on the sandwiches, and Sandy's like, please don't fire him, and he's like, fire him, and then he just brings them in to make Krabby Patties doing the karate.
Incredible.
So what they were saying, what Noah was making the point of, like, yeah, if you make your boss money, he doesn't care what you do then.
Yep.
It's a great lesson.
There's
It
a
is.
bit.
It's very good. That's
there's a
why
bit
my
that-
bootstraps have like cut off the circulation in my ankles because I enjoy. I don't know where
Pulling yourself up by them.
Yeah, you're pulling yourself up
Yes.
really high by them.
Let's lace up our bootstraps, oil up a few asses, and do a little plowing.
That's
Of
yeah,
our
do a
own.
little plowing. That's right. And
Yeah.
I mean,
What
Noah's
is this,
straps are so tight.
picture?
He's using them as suspenders.
Not gay
Yeah, dude.
sex.
Oh,
Not gay sex.
There's a bit that Clayton pointed out when we were watching it of Sandy like karate chopping SpongeBob's arm, and it cutting to seeing SpongeBob with all like he doesn't have any of his karate gear on, and then cut to him having all of his karate gear on. which
It's
is pretty
incredible.
It was very good.
good. Outside of that,
bless you.
that's really the episode. I don't.
Also, a part where Mr. Krabs does racism. It's interesting.
What was that?
And he catches Sponge and Squirrel doing karate, and he's scolding them about it. And they come to some agreement, but when he walks off, he's like, "Mammals."
I didn't catch that.
Typical boss behavior.
So, I guess kind of playing off of like what Clayton was saying. Then this episode is really kind of euphemism for sex. Then, huh?
I'm telling you, it's all it is. And now that Mr. Krabs has monetized their sets, he's okay with it.
Yeah,
They
started
got their
recording
OnlyFans
it.
going, and he's like, yes.
Yeah, he
keep
started
it going.
recording it and putting it on the PH, and now they're
Yeah.
making money. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's sex. Everything is sex, as Robert California would say.
The problem is now that the amateur stuff has been like more like policed. You have to like prove that you're not underage, which SpongeBob can't. So Mr. Krabs is actually not going to make any money now.
Good
I mean,
catch,
it's before
baby
this
J.
new law, so they're fine for now. But
Well, yeah, 99, please. I mean, the internet was just a fucking wild. Red Dead Redemption 3 should be set on the internet in 99. I mean, anyway, that joke went over worse than I thought it would. I thought that was.
I laughed.
I thought that was
I
really
enjoyed
good.
it.
I'm
It's
so
more
sorry.
descriptive than like a punchline to me. It's like, oh yeah, that is how the internet was.
Can we get a round of applause for that? Come on, everybody. Let's get a round of applause. There we go. It's all right.
I did the wrong one.
This will be the retirement ceremony of Babbage C. Johnson, his full name. Served us well all these years.
Anyway, that's Karate Choppers. You think that's a play on American Choppers?
I don't think so. But, no, I don't.
When did American Choppers start?
Baby J cracking out his Red Dead joke. Do you think it's based on American Choppers? Tommy bursting at the seams.
Yeah, the Red Dead one was like way better, but
No, we
no.
like American Choppers here.
American Chopper started in 2003, so it was definitely not a reference to that.
Those are Wild
American
Hogs.
Choppers is a reference to Karate
Wild
Choppers.
Hogs is older than American Chopper.
Oh man,
What was
who's
Discovery
in Wild
Channel
Hogs? I
airing
can't
it?
think of a single person in Wild Hogs yet. Can you help me out?
Ray Liotta.
Tim Allen.
Ray,
Yeah.
to Ray Liotta, not Tim Allen. Although
Rip
his
to
career
Tim
was
Allen,
ripped,
too.
But, what was on Discovery in 1999?
Like these top 10 animals that'll eat your face list.
That's Animal Planet. Try again.
You're right. Not Mythbusters yet.
No.
Documentaries? Question mark. Alien ghost stuff.
Alien stuff didn't start until History Channel started that shit.
So-
Like 05.
So is it some
Is it
ghost
like-
stuff then?
Food and travel, or
There was a food channel and a travel channel. I don't know when Travel Channel started, but there was already a Travel Channel. I don't
I
know.
know.
Who cares?
Shark Week, was that a thing?
Ooh, when did Shark Week start?
All right, season 1999. Discover. Wait, that's not.
Something that I found on season 1999 Discovery Channel documentaries was If We Had No Moon.
Yep.
Of course.
Deep inside the Titanic, which is where I'm trying to be, if you know what I'm saying.
Is this nope, no, I'm not diving into that.
Ancient astronauts. That's pretty much aliens and ghosts.
Oh, it is. Wow, I'm sorry I was wrong, guys.
Nazis, the occult conspiracy. That's
I see that one, yeah. So
That's
it was all
truly the good
documentaries.
stuff.
yep.
Well, there you go. Anyway, this has been SpongeDudes, 1999 Discovery Channel edition. I'll go ahead and tell you guys the IMDb rating before we even get started here. This episode is rated 9.1, which I think is just as high as pizza delivery. So,
Wow.
tell me how you felt about it.
I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Can Jackson. And why is that?
It was funny.
No, it is.
Hey, you can't argue with facts and logic.
I mean, you can't. That's something you can't. Yeah.
Generally, just an interesting premise. Even the silly skit episode was an above average silly skit episode. Existentialism. We're really philosophical analysts here, SpongeDudes. So you know the existentialism was important. Laughs all throughout. Chrome, SpongeBob being annoying throughout time. It gets full spongies from me.
Full. You're giving it a full spongies.
I didn't go 20 seconds without laughing. Enjoyed the plot.
Alrighty.
Full spongies.
What is your favorite part?
I mean, I'm tempted to say future. Shit.
That'd be a very fair one to pick.
I mean, yeah, that's okay. I'm not
Actually-
sure what I'm going to pick until I'm told.
No,
to
favorite
pick,
part
so.
is definitely Squidward in prehistoric times and SpongeBob gets flattened out like we use for our Discord logo. Flattened out cave sponge. That great.
I also spy him now.
Yeah, I do see him as well. Tommy, what you got for us, buddy?
I really liked the obviously SB-129. They did a lot of interesting things in the episode. Yeah, I just thought it was cool. But the second part, obviously, like you said, it didn't really have like a point. It was just kind of like a long bit. But I don't really, nothing really sticks out in my mind of the. No, not really. Honestly, I can't remember anything memorable of the second part. It was just, I mainly just remember the first part, which I thought was amazing. And I would give that 5 sponges out of 5. My favorite part is when Squidward's like doing sit-ups and yelling "future." I mean, how can you not?
Future.
You know?
No, what you got for us, buddy?
Very much enjoyed this episode. It's very funny. My favorite part is whenever you just hear SpongeBob. They're in the prehistoric era. It's great. And then, of course, the flattened out one. Classic. And also, whenever the guy runs over to the freshly grown flower and sprays it down. It's very funny.
Oh, with the chrome. Yes.
Yeah, so do they have to
it's
go
all
and
chrome.
spray everything, or is it like...
I don't know.
Apparently.
That raises an
yeah.
interesting question. If everything's covered in chrome or if everything is chrome. That's definitely...
How much does
why
that
is-
job pay?
Everything's
Questions.
chrome in
We
the
need
future.
answers, people.
All right,
Pays in chrome.
What's your rating?
4.5 out of 5 sponges.
That's a good high one, yeah.
It's, remembered it as a kid, one of my favorites.
Yeah, like I said, you quoted that second episode.
Yeah,
More
I
than
love
the
the
first.
karate episode, dude. It's hilarious.
I think that
that is
I think
the
that works
worst
really well for me.
disguise yet. No, this is. It's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get in there. That's actually my favorite moment. Sandy, this is your worst disguise yet. No, it ain't. This is.
Holds out the worst squirrel mask you've ever seen. Yeah.
Yeah, I can just imagine that strapped to her dome protective cover. Yeah, so that's my favorite moment. I'd probably give it. It's a tough call. I might just have to go. I don't like going half ratings, but I'll probably do it here. Probably 8.5 out of 10. But it was a very solid episode. I mean, incredible episodes. Definitely upper echelon.
Like I said, IMDb 9.1. I'm going to agree with it entirely. I think 9.1. I have an episode in my mind that is a 10 for me, and that's kind of what I compare everything to.
Is it the same one I said?
It is my favorite episode, so if the loyal Spongies want to go back and find it, then they can.
We're not going to
what
spoil
they
it. You
said
gotta go
and I
listen to
agreed to.
everything.
Yeah, post it down in the comments.
But that's kind of my 10, and that's kind of what I compare everything against. And I think I compare it against because everything in that episode, like both parts of it, are really good. There's not like one weaker. I will say Karate Choppers, like I said, it doesn't have a plot, but it is still funny. So 9.1 is still a really strong score for me. 9.1 what though, you know? I've been buying a lot of Transformers recently, and that's kind of what I was wanting to do. And I think that's what I'm going to stick with. So that's 9.1 Transformers out of 10. That means you have to buy one, and you cut off like its little hand, and then you return the rest of the Transformer, and you just keep the hand. So
Yeah, ruin some child's Christmas or birthday.
yeah, absolutely. You return it in the box. So the Walmart worker who is underpaid and overworked does not pay any attention.
Won't even
throws
look
it
at
back
it.
on the shelf. That's what they get. No-handed Transformer 9.1. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
So that's been the SpongeDudes. I really don't have anything else to add, you know, besides future. Outside of that, I'm good to go.
All right. That's
Anybody
all
else?
we needed. Then just buy Spongies.
No, I love that.
I could tell in your voice.
Who's the barnacle head who invented this game anyway?
Quick, play us out.
You are.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Play us a tune that they got in here. That's not.
Oh, yeah.
Powered by Riverside.
There we
All
go.
right, kiddos. It's been real.
Clap your hands.
2 Power Cyber Ride. Welcome to Open Mic Night, guys. I'm so happy to see you guys here. Who's been here before? Let's hear it in the back. Woo! And let's
Good
hear it
job,
in
Jerry.
front.
Proud of you.
That's quite a way to end it.